All right. We back at this again. This is round 2 of trying this, but you know, it's just a little bit of time here for everybody to come in to the stream. We just start right off the bat. The show was not completely super planned all that well, in the sense that I ain't really do that much producing on it. It's okay. I just felt like talking, and dang it, we gonna talk. All right.
Exactly.
So I'm just waiting for this thing to show up on Facebook. And it still isn't. I don't understand what's going on here. Oh, wow, because I didn't send it to Facebook. Wow, that's stupid. Do not update titles. Now I'm sending it to Twitch when I normally don't send it to Twitch, but Twitch needs to show. I turn on Facebook, and sorry guys, this is all kind of last minute because I just wanted to go live with my friend. And we're going to have to. We'll turn off the Twitter.
There we go. It's live on Facebook now.
Great. All right, so just give me a little bit, guys, to share this video around.
We're gonna have some very uncomfortable conversation, you guys. I'm gonna get backlash so hard from having shit, but I don't even give a fuck because it is so needed in this. It is so needed. Is I'm gonna be called all kind of pick-me's. I'm gonna be called all kind of everything, but I don't care because
talking about
what we are not going to do is project how we feel onto people who have done absolutely nothing to us. What we are not going to do is allow all the negativity that we have allowed men to do to us to be projected on every man. Every man isn't a chaser.
But we didn't go yet. We ain't launching into it yet. Gonna give it
a
little bit.
I'm still sharing. All
right.
Oh, I got.
Yeah, I'm sharing it
so
too.
much to say on this issue.
I know we're gonna get into it because this is gonna be something else. So the people listening on podcasts, everybody watching us live, just understand. The Men Like Us podcast has been on hiatus. Just had a lot of things happening in my life. And really not gonna. I don't foresee myself being able to keep up the rhythm of the show and be able to put out the product in the way that I want to put it out until May. So, we really aren't going to be doing regular shows until May. But this topic kind of just came out, and it's just like, okay, we have to talk about this. We really do have to talk about it. So we're just sharing this out in some various places around Facebook, and really just trying to get some more people in on the stream. So just please bear with us.
We're live on Twitch too.
Right? I think I got rid of no. We are live on Twitch. Yes, we are live on Twitch TV. So I got one more group I want to share this in.
Well, I got some good positive life updates before y'all start dragging me.
Yeah. What's been up with you? It's been a while since we had you on.
Yeah. So my gymnastics podcast, the Blunt Chat podcast, has gotten their media accreditation. And next week, I am flying to Fort Worth, Texas, to cover the NCAA Collegiate Gymnastics Championship. And I am super excited.
That is dope. If you're in this, guys, please share the stream. Congratulations, Michaela. I know you worked pretty hard on your brand. I've been watching your streams, even though I don't know nothing about gymnastics. I've been dipping in just a little bit. But I think it's really dope that you've been able to, move in that way and build something, at least to the point where you are, officially recognized as as a member of the media. So I think I just heard somebody else come in the studio. All right, I hear you in there, Mike. Just give me a second.
And
Just trying to
definitely
get
shout
this
out to
thing out.
Twitch TV. And I'm going to, just like I encourage all my friends to switch over from StreamYard to Restream, I'm encouraging my friends to switch over from YouTube to Twitch. Trust and believe, Twitch is paying for me to go podcast brand on Twitch. It's paying for me to go to the gymnastics competition. So it doesn't take a lot of following to get a little coin from Twitch. It may not be like life-changing money, but at least it's something to make you feel like you're not wasting your damn time.
Yeah. So, let's wow. Let's try Mike here. Your signal looks a little weak here. We'll see if you're still. Nah, it's not working. I'm waiting until that signal goes up. So, all right, like I said before, and I know this is why way too long into the stream, but we the Been Like a show has been on hiatus. I've not been putting out content. I've been dealing with things in my life and enjoying extra time with family, enjoying a lot of things. And, the show will be back regularly in May. So to the folks listening on podcasts, you can expect an episode to come back eventually in early in May, like first week of May. We'll be back in regular and all that stuff. So, really, I guess what brought me out of hiatus is this whole thing with this guy named Tristan. He went viral after appearing in a TikTok video. And in fact, if you don't know what TikTok video we're talking about, or if you haven't seen it, we're gonna play it. So it looks like Mike is trying to join us
Trigger
again.
warning for all the women who have an issue with this particular subject, but this is the subject we're talking today.
Yes. So what's up, Mike? Thanks for joining us, bro. Glad you can make it. So but yeah, we're gonna play this video real quick. Let me turn this thing up, and hopefully everybody can hear it, just so everybody has seen it. And how do we do this? We're gonna do this. All right. Nope, that ain't me. Not me. The video.
How much money would you take to suck
to suck a Damn, is she trans or is it a dude? Man, I'll suck a trans for free, but you can't pay me to suck
I got 100 mil in a briefcase right now.
You can't buy my pride. I'll do that for free if she's sexy.
So you're gonna suck a trans girl for free?
I already have.
There's the video. So that's the video in question. That's the video that kind of blew up, and it's been all over the place.
Viral very quickly because he only posted that to his page maybe 2 weeks ago, and for it to have gone as many places as it has gone.
First, I don't even know if he posted it. I don't know where it's come from. I'm not a TikTok person. He wasn't the person asking the question. While I was content to let this video just slide by and I not have any public commentary about it, folks in their ridiculousness had to drag me out of hiatus. So, while I understood it to be a video that I didn't really take that seriously, and me being a TV person, I'm mistrustful. I know everything on TV is fake. I know ain't none of this junk real. So I'm looking at it was a setup. That ain't real. Whatever. All right. Well, people are liking it. Just let it go. I'm ready to just be cool what it is. But, what's been happening lately is there have been a lot of voices coming out having negative things to say about this guy And there's just been a lot of negativity heaped his way. And I have to be honest, I really can't stand for it. I really don't understand it. There are accusations that he's not a true ally, that he's trying to make a platform on the backs of trans women and all of this stuff. And I'm just like, yo, a man, set up or not, a guy publicly admitted and stood on it and owned that, he engaged with trans women, and that's not an issue for him. Like, take it for what it is, and this little silly thing, just keep it moving. But like, I think there's just some dark individuals out there that really have to twist things and turn it into, this man is this and he's so bad and whatever else, and he's not this and he's not that. And it's just like, it's a whole mess. And we're gonna really dig into this thing, because I think there's a lot here, and why some people are turning
Chris,
some negative intentions on them. But
and Chris,
yes, ma'am.
and Chris, while we here, and I haven't been on this show in a while, so while we here, I'm gonna make it spicy. And the first part of the conversation, I'm sorry to take it over, but I just need to get this off my chest. Okay, it makes no sense for trans women to support consciously the way they do, and he's even trans amorous. He doesn't like trans women for, he's not trying to be with trans women. He's not trying to be, in relationships with trans women. He's just trying to ally that trans women should not be harmed. That is Conscious Leave's movement, right? Now, I get it that a lot of the girls feel like Conscious Leave on the DL. This man is whole as married with a wife and 2 kids. So once again, it's also kind of very offensive. Y'all want to say that the girls is thirst trapping after Tristan. Well, have y'all ever watched what the girls say to Conscious Lee on his damn page? Trans women now throwing themselves at this whole ass married man. And now you have Conscious Lee. I'm not shitting on Conscious Lee. I agree with his platform now. Now, then you have Christian, right? He said to the world,
Tristan with the T.
Tristan.
Yes, Tristan.
Mr. Social. Tristan Social. I'm sorry, Mr. Social. Who I think he put it out there to gain clout. I think he wants to be a comedian. I think because if you watch his Twitter page, he took like a whole ass photo shoot in the exact same outfit he had on in the video. So it was clearly like, I don't know, a production for him that day, or job that day, or something. He was there to work, right? And if you watch his Twitter page again, you can tell. I said I think he got there, and I think they directly got the video from his Twitter page. That's my opinion. I don't know what the truth is, but either way, it don't matter if he's doing it to get clout off of trans women. Why does it matter? He's doing the one thing that we girls have always to do: tell the truth. That is it. That's what we ask for, is for men to tell the truth. Now, what truth is, it's a whole other issue. Now, you could be like, oh, this man is a player. He just around here trying to get the biggest and baddest trans girl. And that's a fair argument. And if that was the argument, I would shut up. I would sit in my corner with my husband and not give 2 fucks about this damn issue. But that is not what the issue is. The issue is now, because he said he likes to suck on, he openly acknowledged he likes trans women in public. We as the trans community is not doing what we're not holding up our end of the contract, right? We keep telling these men, tell the world, be honest. Just admit that you like the girls. Just admit that, okay, well, you have every time one do, we don't hold up our end of the contract, and we turn around and attack and belittle and pull up old shit and find some old shit and then make him out to be a sexual predator, and then turn him out to be a sexual predator, then ruin everything in his life because he is now some sexual predator for liking trans women. But the
Mhm.
man who says, I don't like trans women, I'm not trans attracted, he is the man. That's right. Let's stand up for the conscious. And again, I'm not trying to shit on consciously. I'm not. I'm just trying to compare and contrast. Like, why is it then I'm not saying we shouldn't support consciously. I'm just saying it should be what it is. It's like, okay, he's a straight man who don't want us to die. Very consciously.
Yeah, I think
But
that's commendable. I mean, he's dope
very
for that.
commendable.
That's commendable.
Very commendable.
Michaela, I did want to, get a different point of view in here, which is why I had Mike come on. So, Mike, I really want to.
I've been holding this in for like 2 or 3 days.
I know it's a lot. Mike, I want you to give us your take on all this stuff, from the video to how people are reacting to the video, or how they initially reacted to how they're reacting now. What are your thoughts on this? Because I know we don't completely align, but I feel like that point of view needs to be shared.
Look, the only thing I have to say about this damn fucking video that be going around is if you ask a clown ass question, you're gonna get clown ass responses. Now, there's no possible way that a person can respond to the question that is asked and have anything useful to be said, because either A, he answers it with a no and he's homophobic or transphobic. If he answers it the way he does, he's really putting out just chaser material, which, I mean, that's what it is. Like, I mean, like we all argue like, hey, stop calling us chasers, stop calling us chasers. But that's a typical response that you're going to get from a fucking chaser. Like, I mean, legit.
Well, I
like
think
he's not out here. He's not out here promoting the girls being successful. He's not out here saying like, "Oh, I love the girls." He's not out here saying he wants to date one. What he's saying is, "Oh, I just want to suck the dick."
Okay.
Point blank.
But
so,
that's the way a lot of the people see it, though. Where a lot of the women who viewing this young man negatively, like those are the things that are being thrown out there. And
so basically, let's just have another person out there give the rest of us more bad reputations than what we already have, even though we don't do nothing wrong.
All right. I mean, and I don't know if I feel like a bad reputation is being heaped upon us.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah. Wait, hold on.
Because
it's gonna be it's gonna be blanketed, because the girls are gonna see this one guy that's going viral saying some dumbass fucking bullshit, and then you got, say, a person like you that's in a relationship, a person like me that's in a relationship. You got other guys that are trying to get into relationships, like meaningful ones, and you got a clown that's going out there and just putting out repetitive stuff that the girls think that we already think anyway.
Okay. Michaela, what was your question?
Mike, is can we be honest and adults for a second? Can we be honest and adults in the comment section?
Last time I checked, I'm 40 years old.
If you're
pretty much an adult.
If you're a pre-op transsexual, right? I'm not saying that all pre-op transsexual. I understand there's these touch girls, right? I want to say
what are we doing here?
So bad,
well,
okay, fuck it. We're gonna say
okay.
Okay, no. Right. If you're a pre-op transsexual, right? You live a life with the penis. I'm sorry I say this, right? That's your choice, right? You could choose to be post-op. You could choose to take the steps it would take to, if you truly hate that part of your body so much, you can choose to do what it takes to get it removed. What you can't do, though, we are adults, right? And I'm in a relationship, Mike is in a relationship, Chris, you are in a relationship. To my knowledge, is a single man. So if Christian wanted to suck all the trans girls' dick, and he put that out there to the girls, it's then up to the girls to be like, nah, I'm not really into that. Do you, brother? Find you a girl that's down for it, but that's not my thing. What is not fair is then to go around and to demonize the man for just acknowledging the obvious. He likes a pre-op trans woman. He likes her to be fully functional, and he likes to gobble on her cat meat. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's not by acknowledging that publicly. That's not making you sir. By acknowledging the obvious, that's not making you the chaser. Now, it would be different, I think. Go ahead.
I'm not saying he's wrong. Yeah, I'm not saying he's wrong for liking what he likes. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he could go ahead and gobble up all he wants. But it's just a matter of like when you go out there and you're on a video that is automatically being derived from a negative standpoint, and then you put that out there, you're not coming at it at a positive direction. You're coming at it as a negative direction. And then, like I said, the stereotypes that are already out there about the rest of us is only going to be perpetuated, and we're still going to be demonized the way we are currently. Well, and to be honest with you, a community that has been demonized for X amount of years already should be the first ones to understand that.
So, have either one of you ever been to his Twitter page? Because he's dedicated his whole Twitter page to being, I'm not going to say an activist, but an ally to trans women.
He's pivoted in his social media strategy, but if you look before that, it wasn't really there. And really, the crux of all of this, guys.
But isn't that what happens when you come out? Don't like. Oh gosh, like
no.
What happens? This is such a hard conversation, you guys. Because
Michaela,
I'm sorry.
What happens? Okay. This is what happened, okay? And we're gonna play the video. One more. We're just gonna let the video loop while we're talking about this. But what happened was this video came out, and it could have died on the vine. But to be honest, the trans community made him go viral. All the girls were sharing it. People were pumping him up. Couldn't stop talking about it. He didn't go viral on his own. The community made him go viral. The community made him popular. And then for whatever reason, now you get all the negative, dark individuals saying, well, he's just trying to build a brand on the backs of trans women. He didn't have to do it. You did it for him. You made him popular. And if he chose, and he got a lot of positive feedback, which was good, he should get that. But then, he's realizing, wow, positive feedback. Okay, wow, I would love to be an ally. What do I do? If you look at his Twitter, he's like, wow, I don't know much about this, but how do I proceed? And he's learning as he's tweeting and all that stuff. But then you have people leaving comments like, give me a second, I got to pull this damn thing up. People leaving comments like this saying men gaining social capital off their desire to munch on any, I'm sorry, what did you call it? Cat meat? On cat meat is nothing new, and he and men like him didn't do a damn thing for Trans Day of Visibility yesterday. I hate ish like this. The girls who are throwing their cat meat at him are pick-mishas. And I'm looking at that like, yo, this man never set out. This man never said, you know what, I'm going to make a brand. I'm going to be an advocate. I want to be an activist. I want to be all these things. The community built this man up, heaped a whole bunch of expectations on him that he had no idea about, he never signed up or consented for. And now they're mad that he's not meeting the expectations that he had no part in creating. So him being an ally doesn't mean he has to be an activist or an advocate. Like ally don't equal activist or advocate. Ally means he's just an ally. It's not super high level. It's not all this other junk, but it's just like the way people are. The Claudette who was asking, what do you mean hating? People are hating on this man. throwing negativity his way when he doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve one bit of it. So what if he went and made an OnlyFans page? He got a following. He decided to get an OnlyFans page. In fact, I would consider that to be insightful because he noticed maybe because the way I look in my body, all these girls is jumping on me. So maybe I was about to make some money off of that. Cool. The girls do it. Nothing wrong with that. I thought we were all supportive of sex workers.
Oh, that's a great point.
What's going on here?
But
are we sex work positive or not? Yeah. Go ahead, sis.
I'm so sorry. Can we answer this question in the comment section? Once again, from a woman I respect so highly, Miss Claudette Glaze. She said her issue is she feel like he pointed out the differences between a cisgender woman and a transgender woman, right, in the TikTok video. And that's why she, and my rebuttal to that is, he said, is it a trans woman or is it a dude? Making a clear and distinct difference between a woman in his mind and a man in his mind. Now, I don't understand how people then can take that. He made a clear, he said it, we're talking about a trans woman, right? We're not talking about a dude, because I don't dudes, you can't pay me enough money to be with a dude. I like trans women, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that then making a difference? Because trans women are dudes. No, he said, I like trans women. These are the type of women that I like. This is because he like a pre-op trans woman. See, as the trans community, we have to understand that some men like the pre-op trans woman body, right? And that's why they for the pre-op trans woman body. Now, I got in plenty of trouble for saying that there's a pre-op woman body, but let's call a fucking spade a spade. Boobs at the top, dick at the bottom. That's the pre-op trans woman body. I'm sorry, that's what it is. Like, and lots of men like that body type. Body type. Why is that something that's same in this community? Like the post-op trans woman body. You want to see titties at the top and the bottom. Some men like the pre-op trans woman body type. It's just another type. He just said he's like a different type of woman. That's it. That's all I heard.
Yeah. And that's fair. He does prefer non-op trans women. And to Mike's point, about like the whole he's setting, he's kind of screwing over the stereotype because I will say that that I've been guilty of trying to change perceptions within the trans community when it comes to men who are open and living in their truth and all that stuff. And like Mike was talking about, it's like, yeah, that's gonna be detrimental to all of us. And that's fair, but I just think, I think the detriment comes when a guy says, I am this, I am that, I am that, I am going to be public in this way, and like really makes himself into that, and then he doesn't live up to it. I think that's a bigger detriment than just this guy in a silly video, because the video just really isn't serious, but the fact that people attack him and saying that he's trying to build a brand off the backs of trans women, y'all gave him his brand. He didn't have a brand before he went viral, and some of the blue check girls were sharing him in their stories and upholding him and giving them, interviewing him all over the place. It's not his. It's not on him. He is not.
Can I make a point to that? Can I make a point to that? And the bigger point is, so the fuck what? Because Consciously built his brand off the back of trans women. Y'all have an issue with that. So the fuck what?
Yeah, Conscious. He's doing his thing,
and this ain't no disrespect.
He's doing the Lord's work.
You're doing the Lord's work, but see, this is the issue. The girls accept it from Consciously because he says, I support y'all, but I don't want to fuck with y'all. I'm going to sit up here and take the pictures with Sydney Star and make it look like we're a couple, but I'm not going to be with Sydney Star because Sydney Star can never get this thing. I'm going to go home to my wife and my kids and go back to my heterosexual. And I don't understand why y'all see that as heterosexual, but y'all don't see this as heterosexual. That's a heterosexual. Made a very heterosexual point. If he was a straight man, see, we sit up there and condemn these rappers and shit, but when they talk about eating pussy and sucking on clits and making the pussy squirt in their mouth and all this nasty shit, that's what a real man's supposed to do. Real man's supposed to please his woman. That's a heterosexual man who proclaimed that he wants to please. And I don't understand why y'all don't see that as heterosexual either. That's something that y'all have issues with y'all own personal bodies. It has nothing to do with this man. That's how y'all feel about y'all selves and y'all dysphoria.
And Michaela is unleashing some uncomfortable truths here on this special episode of the Men Like Us podcast. Mike, I want to hear some more from you, man, because me and Michaela kind of went off, did our thing, just said what we was gonna say. I know you and I know Latreia over there. She got some opinions too, but I'm not trying to drag nobody that don't, ain't really here for her. But not trying to drag her on camera. But I know everybody's got different opinions, bro. I just want to hear some more, man.
No, like I said, like when it comes to the OnlyFans, I don't give two shits about the OnlyFans. I mean, that's neither here nor there. Like Latreia, she agrees with a lot of what you were saying on that point. I agree with a lot of what you were saying on that point, where like that's his business. But the only thing I had a problem with was just the video in general.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna do nothing for our community in general, because they're all going to associate him as part of the community just because of the fact that he was open about what he likes, even though he's not one of us, really.
Well, I think it's very possible that this video was fake. Tristan might have got a lot of love from the community, and he's like, "Wow, okay, I'm going to be an ally and I'm going to do these things or whatever else." But, let's be real. The video itself on its surface is definitely the kind of content that people create who want to continue the sensationalization of trans bodies. And I understand that, like, the pranks, the trans prank where the cis girl walking around with a dildo in her pants, or like it's all fake and it's like supposed to be shocking and all that junk. Like that's out there on TikTok. It's tired, it's whack. And I definitely think this video might have been that. But the events that transpired after the video got put out, that's where I'm at. Like, yo, why are y'all angry at this dude that you built up into this hood hero? In a sense, like you built him up to be your hero, your king. And now you're mad because he's actually going to benefit off of having an audience on social media. Like, I mean, he's got a following on OnlyFans. He's got to make money.
They was cool when he was the light-skinned black boy with dreads. When he had a name, then it was like, wait, what are you doing? That's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be over there. And let's keep it real. Let's call a thing a thing. We want to keep calling him and certain men chasers. Well, to me, it's very so much. Let's put the mirror in the girls' faces. It's giving so much dick chaser tease. It's giving so much, cock chaser tease. It's giving so much you like the big black cock. It's giving very so much. It's giving very so much. It's giving much.
That.
Yeah, but
the issue isn't that.
I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, bro. Thanks for joining us, man.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
But Michaela, you want one? Because I said this man he was made popular by
it's given so much. It's not
women.
that it's given so much. Not that he's given the fetish. It's given so much that he won't be the fetish. The fetish is that light skinned DL brother who ain't supposed to say something. Yeah, you supposed to say you like cock, but then you supposed to say that and go away, and then suck dick on the low and meet me behind that bookstore, or meet me behind that corner store, and let's do something. And let's go behind the. See, like a lot of girls have this dick chasing ass mentality that y'all expect the men to live up to. Y'all expect the men to be this, yeah, and to be this ruggish, thuggish, bonish, most DL. He see, y'all would prefer if he would have sit up there and be like, oh man, dog, man, you know, dog, man, dog, key. Y'all be like, yeah, that's a real. See, he didn't deny it. He didn't deny it. He didn't admit it either. But y'all would be like, yeah, he didn't deny it. But because this man openly said, oh no, put that dick in my mouth. I want to swallow that dick. Now it's an issue. Like now it's fetishization. I wasn't fetishizing him when I was sharing him in the get go. But now it's fetishization. Like, y'all did it to Malik Yoga.
Nope.
Y'all did it to Troy Kennedy. Y'all Roy out the damn period where the man sit up there. We thought the man died, but no, it was some figure of speech thing. What's next? Y'all trying to run Chris out, but at least Chris just got the balls to sit up there and swing back with y'all sometimes.
Yeah, I'm not.
What's next?
Nah.
What's next? Like everybody, every man who sit up there and openly acknowledges he likes trans women. We as a community, we never uphold our contract to be like, see, yeah, you did your half. See, that's all we ever ask. Just admit it. That's it. Like, and admitting it isn't being an ally. Admitting it isn't like marrying a trans woman. Admitting it is just that. Is admitting it.
Living in your truth. Just step up and live in your truth. Toss aside the fear. Toss aside all that other, like, really just be you and be free. That's what this whole podcast, this whole brand is trying to support, is to push men, encourage them to be free and live in their truth. And whether he actually did do what he said he did or not, this is an example of that. I just think, like you said, went viral because, let's be real, looks matter in terms of who the messenger is. And for some of the girls, your message, a man's message what the deciding factor on whether his message is going to land or not is whether they are attracted to him, whether they want his dick. That guy, shirt off, they want his dick. That's fine. And, it is what it is. All you can do is just keep talking and all that stuff. But, I think there are guys like my man. It's a lot of brothers in this comments section here that, been open and just ain't got that support that they felt like they needed. But, it is what it is. All I'm saying, I know we've been on for a while, y'all. I support Tristan. I support any man who's going to do this and be open and then really make public declarations. All right, I'm going to be an ally. How do I do this? I'm ready to learn community X, Y, and Z. I support these guys, and I really think everyone else should too. And I hate that there are dark individuals who thrive on isolation and victimization. Who they want to live in this space, and that means they have to cut down anybody who's just trying to do something good or just trying to spread a little light. I mean, things don't get better.
Can I say something else?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Just because a man is openly trans attracted, that doesn't make him husband material. And that's not the point of the Men Like Us podcast, us trying to, get men to come out of the closet. It's not to build husbands for you ladies. And that's the other issue. Like, the mission of getting men to live in their truth is not to find the girl's husbands, is to do exactly what it is to get the men to live in their truth. See, what the issue is that in 2022, being a trans woman is no longer that taboo issue, right? You're not going to get a magazine cover because you're going to tell them. It's no big deal. And you be like, and it's kind of, they're going to look at you kind of weird and you be like, I'm a man. What I'm going to do? Like, that's all that then went away, right? So now the taboo issue is the men who like trans women. So yes, men who just say they like trans women are just going to get caught because that's what it is. It's going to go away real quickly if you just let it go. It's like a wave. It's here, and then it's going to go away. and then they'll go back
Brianna.
to being
Brianna hit
what
it.
Brianna
Thank you
said.
so much. Thank you. Brianna, a real one. She sees it. It's like the truth is
Yep.
the girls feel like they own these men, which is why when I came out with this podcast, I got the how dare you? Who are you? Who said you could talk? Like you have a saying whether I could talk or not. Like you're used to controlling, owning men. The fuck? So, I know there's gonna, be something else, but it's yes,
And
and yes.
and and this is the thing with the controlling men with trans amorous men. Women are trying to control their own dysphoria with the men they choose to be with and the men they choose to accept, right? The men are supposed to
Mm,
make you feel a certain way and it's supposed to
mm,
help you feel like the woman that you feel. So when a man is openly in the public saying that he likes dick, that no longer helps you feel like you the woman because you be like, oh, okay, well if he with me, then the world knows that he already told the world that he likes to suck dick. So if he with me, then the world must know that he must like to suck my dick. So clearly I must like to get my dick sucked. So that's now mind fuck to you now. Now it's see
mm-hmm.
now we want to be real. We're gonna talk dysphoria too because now the women want you. Is first of all the Men Like Us podcast, men coming out. Troy Kennedy is not there to build the women husbands, and it's not there to help the women feel better about their transitions. Right? Just because
Look,
what these men like to do with the women they lay down with should feel no way, shape, or form about you and your transition. One thing just
absolutely.
has nothing to do with the other. If you're not
Mm-hmm.
gonna let if you don't want Tristan to put his mouth on your dick, why does it matter who dick he's sucking? Like it don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
And how you
Absolutely.
ladies will like to get judged by your past and the things that you've done in the past and the dicks you've had in your mouth.
Ooh. Well,
But
there
if we
is that.
start going into every trans woman past and then start really scrutinizing everything you've ever done and then start throwing it out to the world and start
Now
saying, oh
that's
my gosh, she sucked this dick and oh my gosh, she was in this bookstore and oh my god, she was on this web page and oh my god, she like she's a good girl, but she was selling pussy here. Let me tell you, girl, something. When I start following the Men Like Us podcast on Twitter, I start seeing you in real life, and I know what the fuck y'all be doing now. Are y'all just mad that Tristan made more money than y'all, and that's the real gag?
it's ooh. Well, there's a lot. There was a lot there. Um, and one of the my man Marcus called this out. I'm sorry, I just want to save this picture so I could bring it in here because this photo came out, and then this photo came out because Tristan was like, "Yo, I'm doing this OnlyFans," and I guess somebody took it off of his OnlyFans and put it out there publicly. Sorry, give me 1 second. Let me bring it up. It's a last minute deal. This photo, made the rounds. I don't even know where it came from because I looked on his Twitter. He didn't post it on his Twitter, so it must have came from his inside his OnlyFans.
It was on his
But
Instagram page. See, this is
oh,
the
okay.
thing.
This
This is the
came out,
thing.
and he's like,
The
he's
girls
doing his
have to
first
follow
oral thing.
like, and this is the shit that's really bothering. Like, you all have to
Yeah.
really find him. Like, you have to follow his TikTok. You have to follow his Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Follow his Instagram. So to these different pieces of the puzzle together. First of all, I don't even think that's real. If you watch his Twitter page, he's trying to be a comedian. That looks like a
Mm-hmm.
blow up, and it looks like it's fake. It doesn't look real. I think this is some comedic skit. I think he's in his greater scheme of life. He wants to be a comedian,
Mm-hmm.
and he thinks this is
Mm.
funny.
I mean, really, I don't even know if this is like, I don't know. I
It
guess
looks
it's
like
real.
a sex doll. It
It's
doesn't.
sort
I
of
don't think it's
not
a
real.
real person.
I think it's very likely that is a real person. I think that's very likely, but that video came out. I think he was talking about like his first what was it, doing his first oral scene or something like that. And people are just going in on him. And I'm like, dude, this man has a right to capitalize on the audience that the community built for him. And I mean, that's that, Brianna. Yeah. That was a white woman, and he might be half black, half caste, whatever else. Chantrell said is definitely a real person. So most likely is, but I just, again,
And
y'all, just to
and,
sum all this junk up, I just don't
oh, no,
understand
no, no.
why the
Oh,
hate
and
is
then I'm gonna
here.
bring another parallel. I'm gonna bring another parallel, and this
Okay.
isn't to talk about anybody specifically because everybody keeps saying Niambi. Like Niambi is my friend. Niambi is my sister in real life. Like I'm not
Yeah.
talking about her specifically. I'm talking about a plethora of girls, especially if you go on Twitter, because most of my hate is not. Most of my anger comes from the girls on Twitter. On Twitter and these Twitter spaces and listen to people who talk. You just be like, what the hell are y'all talking about? But okay, so the next parallel I want to make before we get off, and I don't want to talk about shit about nobody's friend. That's my friend too. But Roy, like Roy just happened, right? So this is a direct parallel. And now y'all want to talk about white ladies stuff on OnlyFans, right? Uh, wasn't Roy with a girl? It wasn't they had OnlyFans content, and Roy makes it clear that he likes to suck on she meat too. So I'm pretty sure that's what was going down. So like like let's not be hypocrites about the situation. Like, if you guys, if we're gonna sit around because we like Roy, Roy's our friend, Roy's in the community, right? Like, let Tristan be a part of the community. Like, maybe this is our opportunity to get somebody with clout, to get some kind of power. But see, we don't ever look at it like that. We don't ever look at it like maybe we can use these men for our benefits. Maybe they can help get some of these stories out there. Maybe that's what's needed. But no, because it's not you. I'm not talking about anybody
Maybe.
specifically.
No, it is needed. It is absolutely needed. And, I just, for whatever reason, people are short-sighted. And again, some people just crave darkness and isolation. That's just where they're comfortable. And, in my mind, I believe we can't really move this thing forward. We can't remove the stigma related to dating trans women. We can't help humanize the trans experience if we don't invite other people into the picture. Like, men are part of the solution. Men like myself and my family and my friends and everybody else, they have no proximity to anyone trans. But the fact that I'm dating somebody and they're meeting her and, they're getting to know her and all this stuff, like, it humanizes the experience. Like, they don't have all of these stereotypes anymore. And, I just think that's a piece of the puzzle. So, where some look and say, oh man, I'm going to attack them. All men are bad, this, and this. And they're just so negative and dark. It's like, yo, if we're really trying to move things forward and make a better tomorrow, I'm not saying men are the complete solution, but we're part of it. I think we can help. And I'm not even saying we're half the solution. I'm just saying on some level, this isn't bad. This is
And I'm
good.
for this. And as a 40-year-old trans woman, I'm going to sit up here and say this: that from all the shenanigans with Tristan, he has taught me something in all of this shit. Right? I've learned something from this young man. He made a post. He said, "Trans women are women, trans men are men, and non-binary people are non-binary people." And that post right there, that's not my answer for non-binary people. They're non-binary people. That's my new answer. It is
Mm,
what it is. Like, trans women
okay.
are women, trans men are men,
Mm-hmm.
non-binary people are non-binary. And and
Yeah.
and that helped me with this whole non-binary thing. It absolutely made it make sense to me. It's like, why I
Mm.
keep trying to put them in the man woman category? Just let them be non-binary. I'm trying to make it make
Yeah. I mean, and the world is going to change. The world is, I think that's what scares a lot of people, is that the world isn't as simple as they were raised to believe it was. They believe that, they have this basic understanding of biology. They don't understand there's a difference between biological sex and gender, and then now there's all these different terms coming out. And, I will say, oh, what was that? I'm not messing with neo pronouns. No, thank you. I'm going to say no thank you publicly. No thank you to neopronouns. If you don't know what neopronouns are, you can Google it. But no, I'm not. You're no. Nope. So there's that. I'm standing my ground on that one. Sorry, Chris ain't as progressive or woke as you thought he was. That's just what it is. No neo pronouns. No, you are not a tree. You are not a boat. No. So, anywho, we're gonna wrap this up. But thanks for listening to us kind of rant. I really would love for everybody to walk away from this just, supporting any guy who just wants, who's gonna be open and stand on the shit and be confident. I think there really needs to be a lot more support for that. And don't look to tear somebody down right away. Be positive. And look, if it ain't for you and you're just like, that's kind of weird, whatever, like it's kind of silly, then just let it be silly. But the fact that we start crafting narratives, start heaping expectations on these people, and really that's something that needs to be paid attention to, is how some women really turned around and tried to turn this man into their messiah. Oh my God, somebody, you like us? You're going to be for us. You're going to be our king. You're going to be all this stuff. And he never signed up to be any of that stuff.
Nope.
You doom yourself with your own expectations. So I really think we need to not heap expectations on people. Let them be who they are. And just because this guy, he's young, he's not relationship oriented. So what? Let him be that. I always hold space for men who
I got an alternative narrative to that.
They can be that. What's that?
I got an alternative option. You can have an expectation, and this is the one expectation you can have, and that is honesty. And as long as people are honest, you applaud that, and then you move on. And then what you do with that honesty, you whatever you can choose to accept it or move on. But as long as people are honest, you should always applaud. We're not supporting him because he supports cat meat on TikTok. We're supporting him because he was honest. He was honest about his attraction to trans women. His attraction was he liked trans women with cat meat. That was it. That's the big ups. That's it. It's not all the shenanigans and the only. That's it. He was just honest about his shit. He was a grown ass man in that situation. That's where he gets my support.
And to the men out there, I would encourage you to not really stand for any of this tearing down of men who are open. Especially guys like him, like a guy like a Tristan who doesn't really know anything about the community. He might really take this a lot more seriously than it really is. And he doesn't really understand that some people in this space are just dark and they just don't like men, and they're not interested in things getting better and moving forward. They don't like men who are open. There are just some people like that here, and you kind of have to not take that personally. And, so really, guys, we need to shield a lot of these men who are just brand new into the space, don't know what they're jumping into. We need to help them. We need to support them, not crap on them and not say, oh, he's just silly, I don't care. Like, no, these guys need support too. So, that's my speech and spiel and all that stuff. Again, the show is on hiatus until May. My life is going to calm down a little bit in May, and then I'll be able to keep up with the regularity of episodes each week. But until then, gonna be offline. So I will see everybody in May. And this has been just an extra special episode because I can't keep my mouth shut. So with that, we out. We'll see y'all later.